What's going on? What's going on today? It's a good day today. It's sunny outside. I want to make a video to get this natural sunlight. So, no. Today I want to talk about energy vampires. Energy vampires. These people are like actual vampires in your life. They come for you, they have their fangs out, and they need somebody to sink their teeth into and suck away at their blood. And they need life. They need something that's going to make them feel alive. They need something that's going to give them energy to go on with their lives. The only problem is that these people have a empty hole in their soul, in their spirit, that's never fulfilled. And when you're around these people, they can drain it out of you. You may give these people the attention they need, but one thing you're gonna find out is that it's never enough because these people, it's an empty hole, and these people are never satisfied because they're missing something in their lives. Now, the thing about energy vampires is that all of us can be energy vampires. You know, all of us have problems in our lives. All of us have maybe attention seeking problems. We like attention. We like to complain and we like to vent, but you have to come to a point in your life where you start to work on yourself, do the work, and be aware of how you are hurting yourself and how you are hurting others around you. So the problem with these people is they haven't worked on themselves at all, or they're not going the right way to prioritize their life in the right way so that they can fulfill their needs in their lives. And this can happen in many different ways. They can come from having conversations with people. You ever had a conversation with somebody and they're constantly cutting you off in the conversation, so you never get a chance to vent your feelings, to get your feelings out, and just to detox on your own feelings, but they make the conversation constantly about them. So what happens is that it constantly drains your energy because they're looking at you as a trash can that they can constantly just dump on. And it drains your energy to constantly have somebody just constantly dumping their problems onto you. And one thing about these people in the conversation is like they never stop talking. Like you can't they never give you room to speak. And that's another way it can suck away at your energy. Always needing your attention. They always need you to be thinking about them. They always want to be in your presence. And everybody has their particular vibe and their particular aura that they carry with them. And when you're always around somebody, or somebody's always around you, they are putting their aura and their energy onto you. So you can't blossom in your own energy. You can't just sit within your own self and take in your own vibe. You got somebody around you. That's why it's always good to just get by yourself sometime. You need to cultivate your own energy and cleanse your own aura. And sometimes we have people around us, and some people are used to that. They don't even realize it. And you can find yourself you can get into a negative mood, or just overall just feeling bad because you're not understanding that you're just around this particular person. You need to learn to separate yourself as well. You can't always have someone around you. And these energy vampires, they haven't done the work to be self-sufficient. They're codependent, so they're used to just going around and putting their energy on to other people, and it can become a problem in your life, and it can just drain your strength, and it can make you depressed, and it can make you can tired, and you won't even recognize what's going on. Sometimes you just need to separate yourself from people. But energy vampires, they have this insatiable desire to constantly suck off your energy because they're feeling unloved and unheard and unseen and stuff like that. And I just want to add something. I want to talk about complaining. This is one of the biggest weapons of a energy vampire. They're in conversation. They're always looking for someone to vent on and complain about something. And you may be the victim of them constantly complaining. The problem with complaining from these type of people, and what you need to do is observe their other relationships, and see, are they getting along with everybody else? Because if you check their record, they probably have went around and sucked everybody's energy out, and now they're in front of you. These people have a problem with everybody. Their complaining is probably projection. If you sit back and listen to them talk, they're probably talking about themselves. They're probably talking about themselves, and it's just an overall emotional confusion that they're going through, and they are not willing to do the work. Complainers, the problem with always complaining is that you have to get to a point where you just completely stop messing with the thing that you're always complaining about, or that person. They may have an addiction to what they're complaining about, and that's why they're constantly complaining about it. And that's an issue within itself. If someone's just always talking about the same thing, it's like, okay, well, why you keep going around it? Why you keep, you know what I'm saying? So the problem is really not who they're talking about, it's really them. So don't listen to exactly what listen to exactly what they're saying. Listen, just watch what they're doing, and don't be their garbage can, because if you don't cut it off at a limited time, you know, they will always just constantly come back to you and constantly come back to you and treat you as if you don't have feelings and like you can just take it. They don't see people as humans. Like, they see people as objects that they could just talk at instead of talk to. How do you protect yourself? You protect yourself by doing the work on yourself. You become a self-sufficient individual, and then you won't even need other people's validation. Because when you go around needing other people's validation, that's through constantly needing somebody to complain to. You know, don't become a complainer. Be more understanding of the situations you get into, and then you learn from the situations, and you won't have to complain about people. To understand and be more aware of yourself, and you won't need that, because what happens is that when you constantly need other people's validation, you're like an open door, and you're inviting misery into your life. You're inviting emotional vampires into your life, and that's how they get in. They get in with you being needy. They get in with you being too nice as well. So learn to say no. Learn to limit conversation. If you even have to deal with these people, if they call you, if you got that emotional vampire friend or whoever, a family member, you can't just really cut them off. When they call you, just hit your timer on your watch, set it at 5 minutes, set it at 10 minutes. And after the 10 minutes, you cut it off right there. So you have to be very strict with your energy, because if not, a 5-minute conversation that you meant for it to be can end up being a 2-hour conversation, and you can walk away from that situation feeling drained and empty. So you have to protect yourself. You have to recognize the red flags as well. These people are going to show red flags, and you can't ignore the red flags, because it'll get bigger and bigger, and you can find yourself in a conflict with this person. And you don't want to get into conflict with these people, because they're probably most likely going to play the blame game, and nothing's never going to get solved. But that's my quick video on energy vampires. Just understand that's all of us. Do the work on yourself. These people are codependent, and they haven't done the work on themselves, and they need your energy. So you have to protect yourself. So hit me up in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe. Peace.